psychological furniture. My talk today is based on extensive observation of human behavior. From what I have discerned, you will understand why humanity can be called psychological furniture. This concept came to me years ago in India as a result of my experience with a very learned professor who was head of a scientific association. The professor's flaw was that he loved flattery so much so that he wanted others always to agree with him, regardless of their own opinion. The first thing he expected was that we bow down to him and touch his feet. I did it sincerely, however, because I had a high regard for his learning. Studying with the professor were two young men who were trying to get a scholarship to a university in Japan through his recommendation. One of them had very high qualifications, but he would not bow down to the professor. As a result, the professor denied him the scholarship, but approved it for the other less qualified student who had prudently flattered him. So the scholarship was won not so much on merit as on that student's awareness of the set characteristics of the professor and of how to make use of that particular type of psychological furniture to serve his own purpose. First, we should understand the significance of the expression psychological furniture. When we think of the different furnishings in a home, rocking chairs, tables, cabinets, and so forth, we see them as distinctive objects, solid and unchanging, each with its own definite uses and typical characteristics. The wood for each one was gathered, cut, chiseled, and polished in order to create that particular piece. Furniture comes in various styles: Spanish, early American, French, and so on. We have antique furniture. There is also today's ultra-modern style, and in some homes it looks good. The design of a piece of furniture expresses a certain personality. When you go into a home, you can tell a lot about the owners by their furniture. You can recognize people of good taste by the way they furnish their houses. It isn't necessarily the money they have put into it, but the taste with which they have selected and arranged everything that makes their places attractive. The right furnishings can make a home inviting, beautiful, and comfortable, so furniture is more than inert objects. It is living in the sense that each piece has its distinctive purpose and personality. We human beings are a lot like furniture, as I will show you. Even as a wide variety of furniture is made from one material, wood, so are all humans made of the same stuff. When we were first conceived in the mother's body, we were just one little cell. But in 4 days, a complete design of what we were to become was present in that embryo. Some intelligent force composed a definite individual pattern, different from all others of what we were destined to be. Most newborn babies look very much alike. Of course, you can tell a Chinese or an Indian baby from an American baby, but for the most part, there is very little difference in their appearance at birth. However, as the baby begins to grow, the unique pattern of what he is to become slowly unfolds. When the furniture maker begins his work, he has a particular pattern in his mind, a chair, for example, which gradually takes shape as he carves the wood. In the same way, out of the first tiny cell of a baby's body, a predetermined pattern starts to emerge. That form continues to develop after birth until each individual, each soul, shows the distinctive physical and mental characteristics that uniquely identify that human being, just as the chair was shaped in a certain way from a formless log.